Now, I'm going to take you on an adventure of my mind's invention. When my mind's inventing, it's a session of my senses sending sentences to that senseless section of my brain. I think it's on the left. I'm usually left with something too absurd to be said. I'm like, nah, there ain't no sense in this. I say this out loud, the section of the crowd's going to scream out, somebody section him. Lucky I correct the shit. I don't rest on the truth rises and the lies settle shit. For me, reality is somewhere in the center. It still gets messy. It's kind of like Hyde and Jekyll. Sorry, I meant Jekyll and Hyde. You see, it can start off messy, then get wickedly wild. Like the guy who enters the chicken shop, he ain't hitting a while. Boss man, nice, then put some extra chips on the pile. He held that ketchup bottle with a smile and doused his shit in that typical East End style. He had mayo dripping off his fingertips as he licked the sweet and sour chili sauce off his lips. He looked up like shit hit the fan quite quick. He saw about 4 man, 5, maybe 6, and that's when it hits it. Kind of reminds me of that old school TV clip. Do you remember it? It's one of the best from Tango. Nah, probably goes over most of your heads. I bet the old school man knows. Sorry, I digress. Back to this sad soul. See, he knew he was going to lose his life. Man froze. He should have dipped because they had the type of knives only Rambo would pick. What preceded is the shit that you read or you see on the BBC and your social media. Do we still feel it, or are you conditioned to not give a shit when another life's lost in an instant? Probably saw parts of it if you're on Insta. You know that blurry image, line across the eye above another line, the word sensitive. If you clicked it, you would have saw man on the floor all tense and shit. Paramedics trying to prevent the shit, trying to kick down death's doors. They couldn't even dent the shit. They were so desperate that metaphorically they saw a crack and scream. Can you squeeze through the crevice? It's the shit that fuels so many discussions. Who's to blame? Oh, it's the absent fathers who probably should have used rubbers. Nah, it's the government and their lack of budget. See, when it comes to answers, we got those in abundance. When it comes to actions, ain't nobody got nothing. And when you sift through the rubble, you find the true losers are always the mothers. And fuck, I can't even remember how I got on this subject. I'm sorry, it's my mind. It sometimes does this. It's full of these twists and turns like a Chinese burn. Can we still say that anymore? It's kind of mad. These days, I don't know what we can still say anymore. I know it's raw, but these are just words. These are just rhymes. These are some of the things that go on in my mind, even though I got a confession. You see, it was your mind, not mine, being entered. All this time, you thought it was my thoughts being presented, not knowing I was sorting through your mind's past and present tense. Yes, I had you all sitting and watching. You thought I was just spitting out topics, not knowing my lips were just plotting, and that shit is hypnotic. I had you all with your guards down. That's why I know each and every one of you who walk around naked in your yards now. I've been in your mind. I've seen it all. I know your true body count. I know how all of you sound when you're getting bodied now. I know it's an invasion. I know it's a betrayal, but the truth is there ain't nothing that you could do or say, because ladies, I've already walked away with the knowledge of how all of you look with no makeup on your face. And fellas, I know how many times a day you masturbate. You see, I've seen it all. I made my way all the way to the 3rd floor where your deepest, darkest secrets are stored, and we all know you can't just stroll through that door. But on the low, I weren't playing. I cracked the code to that 25,000 digit combination. I entered that vault, did your secrets though. I'm just there for that phone. You see that phone? That's your totem. That phone allows me to know I'm still in your mind and you ain't awoken. That's why I broke it out of that secret compartment in that dresser. That phone is where you hide all the things you will never ever mention, and you guessed it, I accessed it. Even though I've seen all your sex texts, your nudes, your sex sessions with your exes, ain't there for that though. I'm just there to be you. You see, I had your thumbprint, I pressed it, and there, my friend, is where I planted my inception, which is, at the very least, you find fury interesting. Thatpiff.com, download my mixtape, Legends.